the champion I am playing as in this video is a champion known as Cho'Gath, or some say Cho'Gath. I call him Cho'Gath. I build Cho'Gath as a tank type character, and tank in League of Legends does not mean what it means in a bunch of other games. Tank in League of Legends means able to take lots of damage, not necessarily dish out lots of damage. Okay. So tanks, they build high health, and they build lots of armor and magic resistance. So, when I build Cho'Gath, I am... oh my gosh. I am so sorry, you guys. It's 9:30, and I took the PSATs today, so I'm really tired. I'm gonna try to stay focused. Cho'Gath. I build him as a tank. I try to get lots of armor and magic resistance. I plan on doing like a series of videos similar to my weapon analysis videos, but with champions. So I'm not gonna go too deep into Cho'Gath right now, because I want to do a specific video for him later. But I will explain the basics. The skills Cho'Gath has is his Q skill is Rupture, which you just saw it. Cho'Gath stomps onto the ground, and then these spikes shoot up from the ground from where he targeted, and it knocks the enemy into the air, which basically means that they can't move while they're in the air. It does lots of damage, and see, you just saw it again. And then they have a slowed effect, as in they don't move as fast for a short time. And then my my W skill, which I might be using in just a second. Hang on. Trying to see if I'll cast it. No, I was saving up for Rupture again, it looks like. Well, let's see. Hang on. What am I doing? Oh my god, cast Feral Scream. Please. No. I'm not going to cast Feral Scream. Well, you'll see it at some point, I'm sure. But, what Feral Scream does is it dishes out damage to enemies in front of you. It's a, quote, cone spell, unquote, which means that it does damage in a cone in front of you. And it also silences enemies that, or enemy champions caught in it. And when they're silenced, that means that they cannot use their skills. See, that was Feral Scream right there. So, and that's incredibly important for, you know, if it's a mage character, then you can basically take away their main method of attack. Yawning, you're good. And then Vorpal Spikes is my E skill, and that's a toggle skill. If I have it on, and I have it on almost always, if you just watch Cho'Gath, whenever I do what's known as an auto attack, which is basically just hitting them, which for Cho'Gath is like smacking them with his large teeth. Whenever I do it, you'll see, well, I have it turned off to attack the turret, and I'll explain why later. But you can see whenever I attack, these spikes appear, like right there. They just appear and they shoot out. And that's what Vorpal Spikes does. If you have it on, then you do damage with those, which is really useful. And then my ultimate, or my Q, is called Feast. Feast is, or I'm sorry, not Q, it's R. Feast is insane. What it does is that it deals 300 true damage. What true damage is, it's damage that is not affected by armor or magic resistance. It will do 300 damage no matter what, which is ridiculous. Right there, you saw me use what's called recall. All champions have it. If you press B, then you will begin what's known as channeling. And what channeling is basically just cast time. Like, you know, in other games, you have to, once you activate a skill, you have to wait like 2.5 seconds before it activates because you're casting. It's called channeling in League of Legends. Anyway, you begin channeling, and then you will teleport back to base. This is good if you're out of health, or you're low on health, or you're out of mana, or you need to buy items. Or also if you just need to, if you're in danger. No, you should run if you're in danger. But I'll explain the intricacies of the recall system later. But getting back to Feast, if I could stop yawning. Feast is my R, it's my ultimate. True damage to champions, 300, really good. And against minions, or monsters, neutral mobs, it does 1000 true damage. And it also does extra damage based on how much AP, or ability power I have. And what happens when I feast on an enemy? If I kill an enemy with feast attack, either a minion or a champion, then I gain a feast stack. You can see, and whenever you get a whenever I have a feast stack, it increases my maximum health. I just used it to kill Misfortune right there. I'll go ahead and run down the names. I just killed Soraka. I'm playing as Cho'Gath. My laning partner is Ashe. That is Tryndamere. That's the enemy Cho'Gath. Tyranno is playing as Skarner. That's an enemy Trundle. And that is Master Yi. And this is Ryze. Okay, so. Feast. Whenever you gain a feast stack, it increases your maximum health. Like right now, I have 4 feast stacks. I have plus 360 maximum health. Now, this stacks up to 6 times. And on the 6th stack, you will have plus 750 maximum health, which is ridiculous. That's one of the reasons I don't build health on Cho'Gath. I build armor and magic resistance, because Feast takes care of all the health I need. Which is excellent. So Feast, it's fantastic. It does a ridiculous amount of damage, and it has a really short cooldown. It's a 50-second cooldown. Also, whenever you have all your stacks done, then after you have all your stacks and you start leveling up, Cho'Gath gets visually bigger, which is just cool. I mean, it doesn't have any fighting gameplay, but it's just cool. I haven't talked about summoner spells. Summoner spells are bound to D and F. You select them before the match begins. There's, I want to say like 10, 11 different summoner spells. Right now I'm using Heal and Clarity. These spells cost no mana. And they, oh my god. Ooh. Their use is only limited by cooldowns. Right now I'm using Heal and Clarity.